Has it ever happened to you that you sent out this report with all the data and information to your boss, and the boss then sends it back and asks for more data or more information? Or more interestingly, are you that kind of leader who's constantly looking for more data and more information? Well, if the answer to either of these questions is yes, you must hear this story. Hello and welcome to another edition of Chai with Pai, our weekly series of videos where I try and share simple lessons and stories that can help each of us become just a bit better. Today's story is set in a small town near Toronto in Canada. It was a lazy Sunday morning and there were these two friends sitting out there and just talking about what's happening and dreading the thought of going back to school the next day. And that's when they came up with an idea. What they did was they went and rounded up 3 goats and then they painted on the sides of those goats the number 1 on one of them, number 2 on the other, and number 4 on the third goat. They did that and then they took those 3 goats and let them loose inside the school. Now you can imagine what happened next morning as the school authorities and the teachers came back to school on that Monday morning. They could smell something was not right. Yeah? And they quickly found that there were goat droppings on the stairs, at the entrance, in the classrooms, and hey, they knew there was a problem. So they quickly got to work to try and find the goats. And guess what? In no time at all, they found 3 goats. But damn, they were worried because they had found goat number 1, goat number 2, and goat number 4. And they began to wonder, where was goat number 3? So the search was intensified and the teachers joined the search and the canteen boy got into the act too. They shut the gates, they declared a holiday because they were in search of goat number 3. They looked far and wide, but damn, they couldn't find goat number 3. They couldn't find that elusive goat, that goat that did not actually exist. If you think about it, the goat story probably plays out in our lives all the time. We are all looking for that elusive goat which perhaps does not exist. And it often happens to us that we have the data that we need to take a decision, but we don't take a decision because we're still looking for that one missing piece of data. Not a good idea. Sometimes it can happen to all of us that instead of moving on with what we have in our lives, we are looking for that missing piece. None of us is perfect. None of us has all that data, and it can sometimes feel that we need more. Okay? So some of us might feel that to succeed in our lives, we need that one additional qualification. And I'm sure you know of those people who are constantly looking to add qualifications instead of saying, hey, let me make the most of what I have. Good lesson to remember. Success in our lives is not about being in search of that one extra qualification or that one more thing that we don't have. Success is about making the most of what we have. If you've got goats number 1, 2, and 4, stick with it, move on, rather than worrying about that one missing piece. That's all in this edition of Chai with Pai. If you've enjoyed listening to it, I do hope you've subscribed to the channel so you get to see all the videos that we put out. Until next time, enjoy your chai.